And good evening. You are in grade 10 class. Today is the 16th of July 2020. Today's topic is going to be equations. This is the first class on equations topic, and it's overall class number 10 we are in. This is the expected outcome. First thing we are looking from you is construct and solve simple equations with algebraic fractions. Looks interesting is this, with algebraic fractions. If you ask me what's a simple equation is, right, it's not a quadratic equation. We have seen what's the meaning of quadratic, right? We were saying x squared plus 3x, right, plus 8 plus 8. This is a form of equation. This is also an equation. There is an unknown factor x, but this is not a simple equation. This is a quadratic equation. This is we call simple equation. This one is our graph. What will be the graph for this? Can anyone tell what will be the graph for this? Straight line. Yes, just a straight line, right? Correct. X equals 5 equation means you will get x here, right? So x 1 2 3 4 5, this is x equals 5 means this graph will be going like this, right? So straight line, x equals 5 means this is the one, this is the graph, this is x and this is y. We are not studying graph. Our topic is equations, right? So I was just telling one application of that one was graph. And also we will do construct and solve simultaneous equations. This is a must question, comes in O-level paper. So simultaneous equation also there we will be seeing. Simultaneous equation, how to construct that. Constructing is a different part, solving is a different part, right? So these two things we will see. Solve quadratic equation using factors. That's what we were doing last topic factors. So algebraic fractions we will be reminding, algebraic expressions we will be reminding, quadratic expressions we will be reminding, factorizations. These are the things we will be reminding, and you should be just brushing up before this topic, right? Now I'll take this simple equation, just an example of this. Solve this simple equation means what you will do on this. I don't want the answer. I'm just trying to explain you few things here. One thing is about equation. Simple equation means what? Second thing is what are the things involved in this? How to solve, that is third thing, right? So these three things, if you understand basic things, this you have been learning, but I am just reminding you, right? So this is we call an equation. Always we call this side of the equation as LHS, right? Left hand side of the equation, and this side we call the right hand side of the equation. We get a lot of times this LHS and RHS. Equation means this LHS and RHS are equal, right? So this side, if it is having a value of 20, this side, right side also will have the value of 20. That's the meaning of equation. You do something on the left side, you do the other same thing on the other side. That means you add something on the left side, you add on the right side also. You do subtract something, you do the same thing. You divide something, here also do divide, right? I wanted to just tell something about dividing because I was just coming across this one few minutes back, so I just wanted to remind you about that, right? So if I have this equation, okay, I just want to divide this by 2, right? As you said, sir, if you do something on the left side of that, you divide that one, so I can divide this one and 2. Am I correct here? Am I okay with this? Are you agreeing with this? Someone says yes. So like this yeses and no's are balanced 50-50, right? but the answer who will win is the nose. Why? If you do something on the left side, right, addition and subtraction, you do anywhere same thing left and right, it will agree with you. But if you do the same like division for one thing on the left side and only you are doing the same thing on the other side for one thing, this will not keep the balance of the equation. So this is wrong to do. Like, okay, you cannot do this way you can't do. This is something like you have, I'm selling mangoes and you have apples, right? I'm cutting the mango by 2 and throwing half, and I'm cutting the apple by 2 and throwing half. I cannot do, right? If I cut the mango in left side, I have to cut the mango in right side, then only the balance will be there, right? So like that. So that's the way it can be, right? So hope if anyone has got any doubt on that, you have to be very careful with this. If you are dividing, yes, you can divide, there is no harm, but it should be, whole thing has to be divided, like full thing you have to divide, not half. Full thing you divide, okay, not part. And third thing is how to solve this, right? How to solve is very simple. What makes us to solve, what we have to do is to make x as subjects, that's correct. So bring the x's to one side and then you will get the answer. So 4x plus 1x, so minus 1x goes to the other side, so it's going to be 5x, right? So 15 minus 5 is 10, so x is going to be 2 is the answer. My question is like, you do what in equation? Bring all the unknown things to one place. Here unknown one is x. And also one more thing, you have one equation, one unknown factor, you can find out. You have one equation, more unknown factor you cannot find out. Now I am just telling this one, x, here x is there, this is one unknown factor only I have. One equation is enough for me to find the answer. If I am having x and y here, I cannot find x and y. If x and y unknown factors they are asking you to find, you cannot do with one unknown factor. With one equation, two unknown factors. So one unknown factor, one equation, yes, you can do. Always take the unknown things to one side, then your answer is such an example, right? Like this. Here, if you ask me 3, can I multiply it directly to 1? No, I can't do. That's what I was explaining earlier, right? Here 2 only I can't multiply. But when it comes to the denominator, full denominator, it's 6, one number. So just you can cross multiply. Then you will be getting 4x plus 5. So x you can find, answer you have done, right? So idea is to bring the unknown factor to one side and you can find the answer for that, right? We will go to the next question, right? I have a question like this. We'll try to find the answer. A bus which makes y trips a day runs continuously for 6 days per week for 12 weeks. Write down an expression in terms of y for the total number of trips it makes during this period, provided that 4 days have been given rest due to maintenance. So what will be my answer for the first part? Can we get the first part answer, please? So you got the expression. A bus which makes y trips a day runs continuously for 6 days, or 6 days per week means 6y is correct. There is no question on that. And that happens for 12 weeks. Yes, 12 weeks, 12 into 72 you get, just correct. And there is something called write down an expression, you have to write full one, provided that there is some condition they are giving. 4 days have been given rest due to maintenance. So additional 4 days are given. Rest for maintenance. They did not say it's from the 7th day. Maybe another day is there. Rest 7th day is there, correct? 6 days and 7 days. 7th day it is not running. But this is additionally they are giving 4 days are given for maintenance. That means now 72y minus 4, right? So right, so this one also I can just solve and take if you want, right? 4 I can take out. It's going to be then 18y minus 1 will be right, because we studied factorization, so factorization you have to use, correct? If the bus makes a profit of X rupees weekly, now can you do this? Bus makes a profit of X rupees weekly. Write an expression for total income during the period, considering the cost incurred for maintenance of 125,000 rupees. If the bus makes a profit of X rupees weekly, per week it's X rupees is the profit, right? Profit per week is X rupees, right? Write an expression for total income during this period, right? X, and how many weeks we are going? 12 weeks. So 1 week X, 12 weeks means into 12, right? And also there is something called a cost. Maintenance cost has gone 125. Maybe there are 4 days off also. For that also together the profit will be less by 125,000. So this is the answer, right? In this, if you take the important things when you are doing such questions is like just to read and understand, concentrate on that. You just simplify. Give me an answer for this. This division is there means it's going to be like this one divide by, right, this one. But this looks very big and bulky one to solve. If you are going to make it easy, if you have a division like this, a full thing is divided, okay, not part of that. You change the division sign into multiplication sign, then you change the denominator and numerator here, right? That's all, as simple as that. So 2 into x plus 1 here also. So very simple for me now, it's not difficult. So x plus 1 I can cancel. Answer will be x by, right, 2y. That's all the answer is. I'll be going to the next part. Simultaneous equation means 2 equations will be coming together, and 2 equations, 2 unknown factors. I was telling on the first simple equation, I was telling about this, that 1 equation, 1 unknown factor. Here we have 2 equations and 2 unknown factors. So when you have 2 unknown factors, you need 2 equations to solve them, right? What's exactly what the method we are going to use? They will say substitute method, plus minus method, everything you just keep aside. Think like this: I need to bring only 1 unknown factor in 1 equation, then my answer is correct, okay? Then I will be with the answer, because here you can see x and y are there, right? So I have to find 2 unknown factor, I can't find. Here also 2 unknown factor. So to use these 2 equations, play with this 1 unknown factor, then use that. If I have 1 answer for this x, I know, let's say x is 10, right? Then answer for y is there, right? If I have the answer for x as 10, I'm just giving an example. If I get the answer as 10 as for x, so x I've got, so only y I need to find out. So y also you can find the answer, right? So simple. The method here is get rid of 2 unknown factors and make 1 unknown factor in 1 new equation, then you are out with the answer. That's what we are going to do in this. So x and 2x is there, right? So I'll get rid of one guy. X I can get rid of this. So I take this as equation 1 and this as equation. So first equation, I don't want x, means what I can do is I can make, first thing I will do is multiply the equation 1 by 2. So I will multiply the first one by 2, then that means you will get 2x plus 4. Why I'm multiplying the first equation by 2, right? And that means 220, right? The second equation, this will become my third equation, right? So I'll just write down the second equation here, right? Plus 3y and equals to 190. If I'm asking you why I did multiply the first equation by 2, because here 2x, I can get rid of 2x. What I was telling initially, I don't want two unknown factors. I want only one unknown factor. So this 2, equation number 2. So 3 minus 2 means 2 plus 2x minus 2x will vanish. 4x, so left hand side you subtract 4y minus 3y equals 220 minus 190, right? Okay, that means 4y minus 3y means y equals 30. So if you get y equals 30, you can substitute and get x is what, right? So I'll just take y equals 30 into first equation, and I'm going to put x plus, I'm going to put in the first equation, right? Y equals 30, so 2 into 30, right? Plus equals 110. So it's going to be, so x plus 60, right, equals 110. So x is going to be 50, right? 110 minus 60 is going to be 10, right? Okay. So you got the answers, x equals 30 and y equals 30 and x equals 50, right? Right. So that's all. Like, if you have any doubt in this, when you solve simultaneous equation, it's very simple, very simple. You don't have to complicate. Take the two equations like this. That's the important thing, taking the two equations, and then you get rid of one unknown factor like this. For that, what we did, we multiplied the first equation by 2. So it became 2x plus 4y equals 220. So then I subtracted. I made it third equation number 3 because it's a new equation. 3 minus 2 if I do here. So I have to write it down, that also. Normally when you are writing, you have to write. So 3 minus 2 I have to write down here when you are showing the way. So that will be 4y minus 3y equals 220 minus 190. So y you found out. Then substitute, you have to write substitute. Y equals 30 in equation 1 you have to write, and then you will substitute and get the equation for x for answer. Now let's say here Sajiti and Sajna have certain amount of money which we don't know. So that's why we took x and y's. Now Sajiti, we got x, right? So Sajiti's amount is not multiplied, but when twice the amount of money Sajna has got. Sajna is y, so Sajna's twice is given. So Sajna is twice, right? Twice. It is said added. So it's very added, important word. So you add, right? Twice, when you say twice, you multiply. Added, you do add. And then Sajiti, we said x. So you add and get, it said we get 110 rupees. When thrice the amount of money Sajna is y, so thrice the amount of Sajna added twice to twice the money of Sajiti. Sajiti is x, so it's twice. So we got added is added. The amount is going to be 190. So simple, of course, not difficult, but you carefully read and get the answer. Then only you will be able to get the answers.